Okay, here we go. Solution time. This one's probably going to take a little while actually. So I'm going to go into my top view here. We don't have anything but this empty, which is this background. So let's go ahead and let's create ourselves a vertex. So great. So we have a vertex. We're in edit mode now. So let's go ahead. Let's turn on CAD transforms. Let's hit G for move. I have my grid up already. So let's move this, and I want to go ahead and I'm going to call this grid here the bottom of the wall. So I'm going to hit G for grid snapping. I'm going to snap to that grid there. Okay, great. So now with that there, technically I don't need these measurements, but I'm going to use them. Actually, no, I'll first show you how I could not use them. So I'm going to go ahead, hit E, extrude this on the Y, upwards to close to where I want to go. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my CAD transforms with G. I'm going to turn off grid snapping, so I'm snapping to my vertex, turning on grid snapping once again, and snap up there. So now I know I have an edge that's that whole edge length right there. Right. So with that now done, we can go ahead and grab our edge here and extrude this out by 1 millimeter to make it the width of the wall. So there we go. We have that set in place. You know what I'm going to do? Instead of redoing that for 3 more times for this, I'm actually just going to go ahead. I'm going to select everything first, go into my face selection and delete my faces. And then let's go back into just vertex. Let's select everything here. Let's go Shift D and let's move this on the X by 30. Great. And now I'm going to do that once again. So Shift D. I'm going to move this on the X by 15. And Shift D on the X by 35. Brilliant. Now I can go ahead and select these right here. So W, grab these there, and I'm going to go ahead and move these down by 10. I don't really need CAD transforms for that, so I'm just going to go G, Y, minus 10. Great. So now with that in place, I need to actually go ahead and add this top one. Exactly what's going to be going on here. So let's see. I'm going to actually just grab this, go Shift D, and then I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. Then I'm going to go ahead and use the CAD transforms, go G, turn off grid. I want to snap to that vertex there, to this vertex over here. And then I want to go ahead and W, select these vertices, use CAD transforms once again, and snap that all the way along to there. Yeah, that's what I'm wanting, right? Actually, you know what? This is going to get a little bit messy, but that's fine. We can learn how to clean this up. So let's go ahead. Let's grab our vertices here. Let's go G, Y, minus 1. So it moves that one into place. And let's go ahead and grab all of this linked one here. So let's go Control L. Let's go Shift D on the Y. And we're going to move all the way down. I'm going to use some default snapping straight to there. And there we have it. So we have that. We have just a couple more walls to put in now. So let's go ahead and let's create these. So Shift D. I'm going to go Y. I'm moving this one 15. And I now need to go ahead and with my W, let's select these here. Let's go G, X. I'm going all the way here. I'm actually going to use my snapping to go right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and go Control L, Shift D, move U up. And I want to be quite precise about this. So I'm going to actually constrain this on the Y. We're moving up 15. And then we're going to go G, X, 30. Yeah. And then I'm going to grab these vertices here. I'm going to go ahead and move them on the X till they snap to that point there. Ooh, that's not exactly where we thought that would be, would it now? Interesting. We're going to have to check what's going on here. So with that there, let's double check what's happening. So we know that this is the bottom, so let's go ahead and let's control all of this. Let's use CAD transforms to make sure we're getting some precision. We're going from this vertex all the way down to there, which is correct. So I'm going to constrain this on the Y, going to go to this vertex here, which is 30. So I very much think that this one is correct and it's the other one that is incorrect. So I'm going to go ahead, grab this one here, go with CAD transforms, make my snapping points to there. Okay, fantastic. Now with that set like this, is that all right? Let's do it one more time. Let's grab this one. Let's go Control L, Shift D, move this along on the X by 15. Great. And now it looks like we have to go down by 5. So let's go G, Y minus 5. Right, so that's that one now in place. Now let's go duplicate this out. Let's go ahead and do our rotation of this. For my CAD transforms rotation, I just want normal rotation. So rotation of 90 degrees. And now let's get CAD transforms back in here. So Shift Alt C, G, grabbing here, snapping to there. And let's go ahead and just grab those vertices here. Make sure that those are set in the right spot too. So constrain that on the Y, going up to that vertex right here. Brilliant. So that is pretty much everything in place. So now let's go ahead and make this work in the right way that we want it. I'm actually going to select everything, go into Edge Select. Let's go X, and I'm going to do only edges and faces. So we're left with all these vertices everywhere. So we can delete all the vertices that we don't need. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're not actually needing these here. And we're also not needing this one there, nor this one here. And then with that there, I'm going to delete those. But it looks like we're going to be needing... Oh, I didn't delete them. Let me double check that that's going the right way that I want it to. So select those, deselect these, select those up there. Why did that not work? Let's go with delete vertices. Fantastic. We're needing just a little bit more data on some of this. So for instance, we don't actually need the point to be here. We need the point to be over in the other direction. So let's go gx minus 1. Fantastic. And then over here, let's see, we actually don't need you to be down there. We need you guys to be up. So let's select you. Let's go gy1. And then let's see you as well. We need you to go gx minus 1. And that's more like it. That gives us all the information that we're needing now to finish this off. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's select all these vertices here and let's start fusing them. So we're fusing these here, fusing those there, fusing these right here, and fusing those there. Now we're going to go ahead and select, you know what, we're just going to select these in 4s now. So let's select these 4 and fill that. We'll go ahead here, select these 4 and fill that. We'll then actually grab this one, go gy minus 1, move that to the correct space, and now let's go ahead and drag a selection on those, go F. Let's double check that we've got everything here. We don't need this extra one here, so let's delete that one. And let's go ahead and select this weird shape here. So selecting those, shift selecting these, Let's go F. Things have gone a little bit weird, so let's go ahead and help it out. So you guys are fusing together, and you guys are fusing together. So now that should help it out a little bit. So we're going to go this here, this one here, and this one here, and we hit F. It's going a little bit weird. So let's do this manually. So let's grab these, F, grab those, F, and these here, F and F. Yes, I am doing this a little bit of a convoluted way, but it's just more than anything that lets you practice everything that we've been learning. So we're going to select all those. We're going to select these here. Usually we don't really do this. I hit F, and that's that created. Now, we're not really wanting faces here, so let's go into 3, select everything, let's go X, and let's delete only faces, and there we have it. That there is the floor plan created. Now, if you want to see just your floor plan without anything else, just go ahead here on this empty and just turn off the eye. And there you have it. There is your floor plan that you've created. We're going to be able in the future to turn this floor plan into a 3D object. So if you want, feel free to save this so we can take it on later on. But just know that well done, you've been able to sort this out and create something precision made using only edges and vertices here. Being able to do this is fundamental when it comes to mesh modeling.